Welcome, Matt.
So a lot of people credit their parents, coaches, influential elders to have the most positive influence on their lives. I don't discredit that, but I'm going to disagree and say that the person that has had the most positive influence on my life is actually one of my peers, a peer that I met in high school. And I'll introduce this peer to you. His name is now Dr. Max Goetz. Max and I met in high school, sophomore year. He came in as a new guy from California, and we were both on the football team, and we had a similar interest. We liked guns. And we were both conservative Republicans, so we became friends immediately. So after high school, we graduated from high school. Max went on to college. I didn't go on to a big university, but Max went to college for 1 year at BYU, Utah. After that, he served his mission, and after he came back from his mission, he finished his undergrad at UNLV in biochemistry and was so successful that he was accepted into Touro University, which is a medical school in Henderson, Nevada. And I am proud to say, and pleased to say, and kind of relieved to say, that on February 8th this year at 5 a.m., Max received it by email his match to Oklahoma State University's Medical Center for a residency in general surgery. So congratulations to him for that. And I'll tell you exactly why he was able to accomplish all these feats. And there's really like 3 parts to it. But number 1, obviously, is hard work. You have hard work, dedication. Of course, you have support from friends and family, but work ethic is what's going to get you success. And Max really kind of defines what hard work is, and you can see why he was so influential in my life. And I can honestly say he pushed me to become, I'm almost graduated, but I mean, he gave me that influence to go back to college and work hard because he showed me, he led by example. So I like that because he has hard work, he has good work ethic. Number 2, he has a realistic perspective on being a responsible student, and I'll explain what I mean. If you were to talk to my parents and say, what is a normal week in the life, or what should a normal week be in the life of their son, Matt? Well, you get up, you go to school, you study, you go to wrestling practice, and you work at a part-time job, and there's really no time for fun. It's all business when you're in college. Obviously, I don't share the same ideology, and Max didn't either. Max showed me that you could have fun and go to college at the same time and be successful. I'll give you an example. One time, it was when I was not in school, but he was taking summer classes after returning from his mission. He was taking a calculus class. I said, Max, let's go coyote hunting tonight, spotlighting. He said, look, I have calculus homework to do. Let me do this calculus homework. It'll take a couple hours, then we'll go. And he stuck to his guns, he completed his homework, and we went to Walmart and bought hundreds of rounds of shotgun shells and .223 ammo and just spotlighted over. So with that realistic perspective on being a responsible student, he could handle being a successful student and have fun at the same time, and I like that. So that was the message he sent to me. Next, Max goes above and beyond the call of duty, so to speak. I knew this because I had worked with him at a friend of ours plumbing company, and he was always kind of doing just a little bit more. He was always doing more than was required of him. And I heard this, if I wasn't working with him, I heard this through our friend who owned this plumbing company, due to his efficiency and really success at helping build this company. And so I can tell you one time, this is a small example of how that rubbed off on me. When I got a job at Capriati's, which is a sandwich shop in Henderson, Nevada. And I was a new guy, and the store was kind of slow, so we decided to move one of the main cooling systems from the center of the floor over to the side. And underneath it was like completely filthy, and I didn't have really good work ethic at the time. And I saw that it was dirty, and I was like, all right, that's going to get cleaned. And this is what Max would do. Max would clean this without having to ask, or be asked to clean it. So I went and grabbed a broom and swept it up, and eventually mopped it up. And my manager was impressed. He thought I had good work ethic, but really it was because I was trying to do what Max would do, because I just didn't. I didn't know what good work ethic was in the workforce. So, going above and beyond the call of duty. Max, thank you for showing me that. Next, I want to tell Max that I truly value our friendship. And I want to share with him a time when we were speaking. It was actually right outside of Cal's house. It was on East Kimberly. And the friends that he met at BYU actually became friends of mine, and we were all just kind of a circle of good friends. They were like 3 girls, is what they were, but they're friends. And after Max went on his mission, I still hung out with these people. We were truly friends. It was pretty good for about 2 years. But after 2 years, it seemed easy for them to kind of just walk out of their lives, or walk out of our lives, and kind of continue their own with kind of forgetting about us. And I remember talking to Max about it one time in the car. I don't know if it was my car or his, but we were in some truck. And I was like, you know, Max, a lot of people are going to come and go out of your life and out of my life, but I think you and I should stick together. And he agreed. He said, you know, you're absolutely right. So definitely value our friendship, Max. And last but not least, I'm going to share with you guys a crazy experience that Max and I had, and to kind of give you a little bit better idea of this perfect, person that I'm kind of explaining to you. You know, we all have our slight flaws, or just inconsistencies, or whatever you call them. Anyways, Max and I, his friends were in town from BYU visiting, so we said, what do? We have a bonfire. We got to go out to the desert and have a bonfire. So before we did that, I have an idea. Now, little backstory. Max is LDS, a good little Mormon boy, so he prided himself on being able to say he's never consumed alcohol before. But it didn't stop him from doing other things. That's all I'm going to say. So one day I said, before we were going to get the bonfire wood to go out the fire in the desert, I said, Max, let's go to the store. So we went to CVS on the corner of Horizon Ridge and Horizon. I'll never forget it. And I was like, dude, you want to get messed up? He was like, whatever. So I said, okay. I walked out with 2 bottles of Robitussin. And we mixed a bottle with Dr. Pepper, which didn't affect the flavor at all. It was still disgusting. And down the hatch, both Max and I. So we go back to pick the girls up, and go to pick up wood and firewood and stuff, and I'm not feeling good. And right before we get the wood, and it's right before we're about to drive out to the desert, I'm like, Max, pull over the car. He pulls over, I get out, and I heave my guts out. And I remember seeing little pink flecks of like puke Robitussin material on my white Reebok shoes. And as I came back up, I remember looking up, and it just hit me, this crazy trip that to this day I cannot explain. But they call it a robo trip. And I was like, Max, are you feeling this? He was like, yeah. I was like, let's have this bonfire. So we continue on our way. We're screaming Panic at the Disco music on the way. The girls are in the back laughing, and it was just the greatest time. We ended up having a bonfire. It was just a total success. We came back as hyper as ever. Didn't go to bed till 5 in the morning, and it was truly an experience that I'll never forget. So I want to say to you, Max, I value everything, any influence you've had on me. And I like your qualities, your hard work, your realistic perspectives, you go above and beyond, and I can honestly tell you that through your influence, you've taught me how to do the same. Maybe a little later on down the road, but I'm hopefully on my way to success like you no doubt are now. So thank you.